Hey, you. Yeah, you. Like, look at me, please. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Do you, by any chance, want to survive in your deployment? Well, do you even know how to survive in Caliban? Bro, the place you're deploying. Well, you're lucky, as I am going to help you today in this short guide to how to survive on Caliban. Bro. I'll start this guide off simple. Go morph into your hex suit. If you won't do this, then you have permission to leave. You won't be needing this guide. Anyways, after you do that, immediately start mining minerals. You want to get at least 15 before going back. So, you might want to open your backpack and check how many you have. Once you finish, go ahead, get an engineering bay and your first gas collector. After that, you can go back to mining. By the end of the first day, you will want to have 1 automated gas collector, 2 supply depots, and 1 bunker with a strike turret. Oh, and of course, you will be mining at night. Because if you don't, you're just wasting time, and that's not going to help you out. And you might be wondering, why an automated collector? I have people I can enslave. And boy, I do too. But if you don't notice, I'm on solo. And if you also don't know, automated collectors, they just save a lot of time, and you're really going to be using a lot of minerals later on. When the night finishes, you'll have enough for another gas collector, and enough to finish your supply depots. You'll be able to have all 5 supply depots and won't have to worry about placing more later on. This is great as it will let you deposit as many minerals as you want for quite a while, so you aren't very likely to reach the max, if you're solo that is. But after this, you're going to want to focus on getting your defenses strong enough to survive the next night. While you won't necessarily need 3 bunkers like I'm doing right now, it is quite helpful to minimize the damage and hence the time you'll be repairing, giving you more time to get more minerals. At the start, you want to put your turrets in a sort of triangle formation around your base. This will allow the range to overlap and kill enemies faster. This will make it far easier to survive. While you can get square formations, these become harder to maintain when you get better stuff, such as mortars and flamethrowers, as ideally you're going to want to focus a bit more on those which are more specialized in destroying hordes and, well, more hordes. By the end of the night, you'll have way more than enough for a barracks, and also some more for a few bunkers. Now, you want to fortify your already existing edges, as these edges will be experiencing a lot of attacks, and this defense should last you till day 4. Thanks to the ingenuity of Warship, he managed to add a scrapper that lets you pick up buildables later on, so fret not if you misplace your bunkers and have horrible placement, or maybe you just place a few too many. You can always just replace them and get the right upgrades later on. But once the night ends, I am glad to announce your new friend, the factory. You'll have enough materials to get one, and well, if you didn't know, you can build vehicles in the factory. But you won't need the factory for vehicles. You need it for the bunker turret. The bunker turret is one of the best turrets in game. Well, all of them are good, but you probably get what I'm saying as soon as you use it. It has long range and AoE damage. And unlike the flamethrower, you can get it rather early. I mean, it's day 3. Of course, you're going to be spending the rest of your day and night mining, because you can't be wasting time. By the end of this day, you'll want to have 3 bunker turrets and 7 striker turrets. Your defense structure can vary by now, but usually I go for a defense that looks somewhat like this. It has 4 turrets on both sides, and as you can see, the back is slightly structured differently from the front. That's because in the front you're going to be facing far harsher attacks, specifically on day 10. Now, on day 4, you're going to make some huge advancements. First of all, you're going to place down a research facility, unlocking the Rex suit. Now, what does the Rex suit do? Well, it lets you collect research, and you can use research to get better stuff, obviously. You're also going to get a garrison, which is going to be a bit helpful in both defense and in getting research, as some bases are rather annoying to clear up, especially on just a tank. By the end of this night, you'll likely not have expanded much your defenses, as that should have been done last day. But you will be getting a tank. As a matter of fact, you might not even be at your base in this night. For the following 2 days, you're going to destroy both Kentros and hives. These have benefits. If you destroy hives, well, Zerg rushes are going to be a lot smaller. If you destroy Kentroses, Protoss will have less units, but it's rather easy to deal with them, so don't even bother till the later dates. Now, you're going to want to destroy about 4 hives, which will give you enough research samples to max out the entire Zerg research tree. To avoid any disruptions affecting your state-sponsored genocide of the Protoss and Zerg, you're going to want to have the Point Defense Outpost upgrade. It will ditch out heavy damage that is AoE, making Zerg rushes a lot harder for the Zerg. Should be rather obvious. Now, you can always go for the command relaying, but there really isn't that much of a use for it. While you can call drop pods, which are very cool, as a matter of fact, I've used them quite a bit, it's far easier and far more effective to just get a big gun on your outpost. When you get back, you'll ideally have at least 7 Zerg samples, because you don't really need improved life support. It's kind of a bad research, honestly. I mean, the Hive of Mind emulator, while it's great, flamethrowers are your main priority. Of course, you'll also need a bit of Protoss samples, since without them, you'll be locked out of Protoss research. Yeah, well, more importantly, every research. As for the first research, you need both 1 Zerg sample and 1 Protoss sample. Now, you're going to be spending the night you arrive repairing almost everything, and also replacing a few of your bunkers with some newer toys. Instead of using those dumb striker turrets, you now have flamethrowers, which can quite easily destroy any Zerg rush. Sadly, they didn't see much use in my own plays, but they're still quite dear to my heart. And they're still pretty effective against Protoss, don't get me wrong. Once the night's over and you've hopefully replaced all your defenses with newer ones and repaired anything that needed repairs, you now have the most stressful part of the game. In 2 more days, assuming you are in day 8 now, you're about to get the hardest enemy attacking you. This enemy is called the Colossus, so you'll want to go and destroy as many Protoss bases as you can, so that all the supporting enemies come in far more manageable numbers, so you can focus your attention on the bigger threat. When big day number 10 arrives, you want to have EMP emitters. They're very effective against Protoss, as they have a large range and attack all of them simultaneously, I think. Don't trust me on that, I barely use them. But you'll be encountering something harder than the Colossus. That is game bugs. Now, if you encounter one of these game bugs like I did here, you're going to want to report it in the Discord server. There's no other way. You can also get away with just rejoining the game at times, but when you can't, like this one match, it's gonna get pretty hard. As a matter of fact, some bugs like this one might even just completely destroy some of your upgrades. So one of my flamethrower turrets was downgraded to just a bunker, which was rather annoying when it got destroyed. So keep that in mind. Be ready for any game-breaking bug you may experience. So that's it for this guide. You are now ready to finally go to Caliban and survive, I hope. Oh yeah, if you don't subscribe, I'm going to personally scrap all your bunkers, so yeah, good luck.